Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Heayman podcast. I am Cosmic, and it has been a while since I've done a new podcast episode. I think it's been about at least a couple months, or maybe this might be the first one this year, actually. Mostly due because I was like working on other content and had other stuff to do in life, and I feel like it wasn't the right time to make a podcast just yet. But I feel like with a lot of stuff that's happened recently, I feel like, with all the content I've been making, you guys deserve a podcast episode, and I have a lot to talk about. But for this one, pretty much the main thing that's been on my mind in terms of like this will be like a real life, more deep talk podcast. But you have to be all in whatever that is that you do in life, and you just have to be willing to take a lot of risks, and that's something I'm still learning about personally. When it comes to being all in, that was something I feared a lot, especially going into this year. I had like a lot of big goals that I wanted to get accomplished and things that I wanted to do, and it seemed like kind of like frightening at first, and it kind of stressed me out to the same degree. I had like a lot of weird emotions when it came to some of the stuff I should get done this year, and it kind of held me back because I would like listen to these negative things and like I would let it swirl my head and kind of dictate my actions and whatnot. But recently, I've been thinking about the fact I'm about to be 22. Life's a lot different. The older that you get more responsibilities. You'll be independent and whatnot, and you got to start working for yourself and getting your finances up and work on your physical, your mental health, your spiritual, if you guys are spiritual, and everything like that. And as I get older, I'm starting to really see how important that stuff is, and I have to also understand, no matter what, like whatever I want to do in life, whatever I want to achieve, do it with the right intentions and make sure that I'm all in, and not listen to stuff like fear or doubt or the fear of the unknown, with like not knowing how a certain outcome would come out. And that's like stuff that I've been thinking about a lot lately too. Because like a lot of people go through things and they think that once they go through the next thing, they might have the willpower to do it or the discipline, or they might feel ashamed of something that happened in life or whatever it is, and they get held back and they hold themselves back mentally. A lot of people talk about the mental aspect of everything in life, whether you're a parent or you're a son or a daughter, if you're a coworker, if you're in the workforce, if you're in college, there's a lot of responsibility and there's a lot of things that come with that all, that's topped in on it all. And I feel like when you have goals in life, very ambitious goals like myself, I think sometimes I can stack too much unneeded weight on myself. And not to say that, I'm not purposely doing it. I just like, I guess I have high expectations for myself. And sometimes like I'll stress myself out because I'll get mad that I'm not where I want to be, and I won't. And like sometimes I'll miss the fact that like it's not about where I want to be right now, and it's about where I am and how I can grow from it. It's like there'd be times in life where I get kind of bitter at myself or my situation, and I'd be pissed off, and I'd be like, well, this sucks, man. Like I want to be where I want to have my success. I want to do the stuff I really want to do in life, but I didn't take into account that like this is a journey. It's not some fast race. I think with this generation, we all want it pretty quick. Whatever that subjective success is for you, a lot of people want that pretty quick. And I've struggled with it myself too, and I still do. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I still do. But as I get older, it's definitely feeling more like a process, and that's how it should feel. And I should focus more on the day to day and get that all done while still building and improving for the future life that I want and desire. And I think that's a good balance to have, which is being all in your present life and the present day, and also being all in your future, whatever like you might want to do in life, whether it's a doctor or a veterinarian or a nurse or a psychologist or a cosmologist or whatever it is you want to do. If you want to be an entertainer like me, if you want to be an actor, an artist, a rapper, anything, it definitely requires you to be all in and put in a lot of work, have a lot of discipline and consistency. But I think it's also having faith in yourself. I think that's something I need to work on. Actually, it's not even I think. It's something I know I should work on, and I'm taking it day by day. I think that once you have that faith and once you're all in, like whatever outcome happens, you'll be able to handle it and you'll be able to take it on the chin. And that's the confidence I want in myself. I think sometimes I over worry about stuff that doesn't even exist, it hasn't happened yet, it probably won't even happen, and that's something that held me back a lot this year. going into 2022. And I just feel like, it's something I gotta cut out. Like, yeah, it's okay to be human and to have that, but it's not okay to let your mind play those tricks on you. Pretty much you're playing like cards against yourself and letting, that side of yourself that's lazy or unconfident or insecure, whatever it might be, hold you back. Like, I got a lot of things in life, and you do too, that you got to deal with. And I'm never gonna make excuses as to why I'm not where I should be, because I know I'm old enough to take accountability. Or if I'm not where I need to be in life, it's not my parents' fault. It's not my society's fault. Like, yeah, people can say stuff like that, and maybe there's like validity to some people's lives, and that might be the case. But for me, like, I'm middle class. I'm more than blessed, so I don't ever deserve to like complain about anything. What I should be doing instead of complaining is staying quiet and improving myself. Being ready for the real world as a young man, as a 22-year-old, and to amount to something in this life and to carry my family legacy and do a lot of great things in life. And take myself a lot of places where I can grow, make mistakes, and improve myself. So I'm glad I'm old enough to like understand that the last couple of years, I matured a lot more so the last couple of years than like ever before, um, especially mentally. I'm happy I can get to that point. Like I said, like this whole podcast is about being all in, and I feel like if I want to be, if I want to get my trade, because I want to do some trade school stuff for plumbing, or if I also want to be an entertainer as well. It's like I got to do what I got to do in life. Be realistic, work hard, be consistent, have faith in yourself, have confidence. Don't give a shit what other people think. Like, especially negative people. You should care what people think that love you as well. But what you think of yourself on your grind and your journey can matter to you more than anything else in this life. And that's just my personal opinion. I don't want someone to like take it as an objective truth. For me personally, I feel like whatever you want to do in life, it matters more to you than it will matter to anybody else. And a lot of people need proof to even believe that you can make it to where you need to be in life. Like, oh yeah, show me that you can build financial wealth, or show me that you can be a man or woman of value. But people don't sometimes have that faith in you. That's why you got to have it in yourself, because if you're placing your faith in what other people think of you and think of your abilities, you're limiting yourself of what they think of you and not yourself. So you don't even know who you are. So you have to have that faith in yourself and just be all in. And I'm taking the same advice. I like to make. That's another reason why I don't make podcasts as much. I like to make podcasts when I'm like in deep thought and like there's a lot to talk about here. So you can connect with me, and I can like look back on this and see like where I came from and who I was at the time and how I grew from this. Because I don't know, I don't like to make podcasts that like it's just talk to talk and to get numbers. I like to add that value, that sprinkle to it, the spice. And not a lot of people are willing to have conversations like this. And there's a lot as well on the other side of that spectrum, the other side of that coin, where people actually do talk about, you know, some of the struggles with life, a lot of the mental parts of it all, how to navigate through it. So I'm just glad to be like a small part of people that, just talk like humans should, is have a conversation about, even though I'm talking to myself right now, but I definitely want to talk to the person that's listening to this, like have that conversation about life and where you want to be and how you want to achieve your goals and how you want to amount to something, and do it for yourself. In my opinion, the way I live my life, when I'm improving myself, I'm obviously doing it for myself first, but I'm also doing it to impact the people around me and not to make them happy as well. That's part of it. But and it's not selfish at all to think like this either, but to also make myself happy in my own skin. The more I improve myself, the more I go through crap I don't want to go through, the more I realize like I'm building a better connection with myself, and like everything that I'm putting myself through or that life puts me through, or whatever you believe puts you through what you go through, is building me to be a better person so that I can make a podcast like this and save some teenager's life or some kid's life or some adult's life, from living a life that they might not want to live. Like this helps, straight their path a little bit, put them on the right path, or at least plant the seed. Like, yeah, I'm young. Like I'm no wise expert when it comes to all the stuff I talk about in life. I'm just talking from experience. I feel like whether it's good or bad, I count it all as experience. And when it comes, and I'll be prepared. And sometimes I'm not prepared. But either way, every time I go through a storm, I learn something from it. And I feel like that's what's making me a better person, a stronger person. Like, yeah, I got my own struggles, I got my own demons. I'm no saint by any means, and I don't want anybody to think that like just because of the just because of videos I make and all this stuff, I want everybody to like see me for me and just be honest with who I am and not change that because I don't know. It's like I get that some people play a character and they got to do what they got to do, but for me, I like being me. I used to always struggle, to be honest with you guys, all throughout my schooling, from elementary to high school. For the longest time, I'd struggle to be someone that I wasn't, be fake, and that ruined like a lot of relationships. But I got a lot of friends from it on the other side of that, and I was just trying to be who everybody else was and trying to match that, mix match that, and whatnot. And once I got older, I realized how much I wasted my time because I didn't even know who I was. I was agreeing with people's opinions I didn't even probably agree with at the time. Or I was walking and talking how other people did. Whether good or bad, it just, it's not good to do it because you're not being true to who you are. Like, you're unique. And there's only one of you in this entire timeline of this universe. Only one of you that'll ever exist until, until it's all gone and everything's, whatever happens after life happens. But yeah, I'm glad to get to that point where I could know myself and I could talk to myself like this, because I used to be embarrassed to like talk to people on a deep level, much less even think about it myself because I thought I was like weak or something. And that's another video about mostly for the men part, talking to young guys about opening up and talking to other people. That's another not concept, another video for itself. So yeah, overall, the message is pretty simple. I just wanted to talk about being all in and what that means to me and like how I'm moving forward, taking that advice and like whatever I'm doing, whether it's more physical or more mental, or however I'm trying to improve my situation or my life to get to the life that I want to live in the future. I got to put both my feet in. I got to be all in and, just march forward because nothing can ultimately destroy me besides, passing away, being dead. But, everybody has an expiration date on their life, but I hope that mine's long, hope that yours is long. And I feel like, I can't say even I know that if I do the right things in life, because I already realized that my success is going to be bigger than me. But if I do the right things in life with the right intentions, the right heart, I'm still going to go through shit I don't want to go through. And that's okay because it'll make me a better person. But I know I'm going to achieve it. All it takes is that faith and being all in on whatever you have to do. And like, yeah, dude, the grind is lonely, man. Like, I have the best group of friends in the world. I really do. I got the best parents ever. I got the best family. And it all has, no one's perfect. And there's just bad sometimes, but like, sometimes I get lonely on the grind, and trying to be somebody and like do something great in life, and it keeps me up at night sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but I'm glad that at such a young age, I was able to figure out how important life is, how important my purpose was, and how important it was to set the bar extremely high for my life. And even if I don't get that stuff I want, all of it out of life, at least I know that every single day, like I'm dying trying, like I'm busting my ass, I'm working hard, I'm taking my rest days when I need to take them, but ultimately I'm doing it because I know how much it matters to me. And like the goals I set for myself, I can't see myself doing anything outside of those goals because I built it all around what matters to me most in life and how that's going to affect myself and other people. So I thought of it as a bigger picture. I don't know if I heard it from church or where I got the concept of it, but I was like thinking about success and I thought about my piece of the puzzle is one small piece to the overall picture. And if I can work on myself, if I can get myself situated as a young man, I can be independent, responsible, but along with a lot of other stuff, then I can do my part as a human being, as a grandson, as a son, as a coworker, as a friend, as a boyfriend, whatever it is, I can do my part in society and make it count. Not because I need people to love me or worship me or like me. I'm just doing my part because I know it's the right thing to do. And I know that how important life is, so I want to live my life accordingly to the value how valuable it is. Like I said, I have my own demons, I got my own struggles, and I'm working through it all. But there's no point where I'm ever going to give up myself. It's like now since I was given a small bit of wisdom at a young age in my 20s, I know I can't mess up on this. Like I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna improve, but to give up on myself and everything that's in my brain that matters to me in my heart, if I were to give up on that stuff, like all that stuff, then I'm ultimately disrespecting not only myself but everybody that's ever believed in me or will believe in me in the future that will meet me in the future. And I don't want to disrespect myself. I don't want to let myself down, especially with my family, my friends, and people that care about this stuff that I talk about as well. So whatever it is in life, whatever I go through it, and sometimes it sucks, and sometimes there's great sunny skies and beautiful plains of grass, in my head mentally. And no matter what I go through, I know that every time I've ever went through something bad, it was for a good reason. And even if it was self-inflicted, in terms of I put myself in the position to feel the way I do or think the way I do, or whether it was external things that happened in life that got me to this point, everything culminated to get me to this point to get ready for the life that I'm gonna live in the future and who I'm gonna be. And if I count it as experience instead of saying like, oh, well, this sucks and I can't get over this person that hurt me, or I can't get over this past decision that I made, it's just gonna hold me back. And I don't want to be stuck in the past. I actually want to be present in the future. Sorry, present in the present time and build for my future as I'm improving in the present. So it's a little thinking there that's been popping through my head and like circling through my head. And I've been thinking a lot about all this stuff. I'm about to be 22 here, April 24th. So I guess the older you get, the more appreciative you become, and the more you start to think a lot about life and whatnot. And that's definitely a really good thing. And I feel like it's very healthy to sit down with yourself and have a conversation. And I'm glad that I can do that myself. And I'm glad that I can put it online too. I think if I didn't improve as a person, I'd be too afraid to upload this because of like fear of judgment or like, oh yeah, I don't know what people are gonna think of this. Like, what if someone thinks I'm soft or what if they think I'm gullible? Like, I don't really care honestly. As long as I know I'm helping somebody out, I know that I'm doing something positive, light with the right intentions, then I know that I'm doing my part. So anybody that has anything negative, why the shit, like, what? Why would I give a shit what they think if it's negative? And especially when I'm being true to myself. Like you always get that negative part of what you do, but the positive part matters a lot more. The negative is counted as experience, but the positive part counted as a blessing. And that's what I'm going to start doing. That's how I'm going to start looking at things that happen in my life as I continue to grow. But overall, I want to keep this pretty short. How long is this? About 17 minutes. It is pretty late. Definitely going to get some sleep, recharge the batteries and everything. Definitely got some good content coming out for you guys, some gaming stuff. And then we'll see about a couple other cool topics I want to talk about in terms of podcasts and whatnot. I'll definitely do a 22nd birthday podcast like I did for my 21st birthday. And I'm going to rewatch that podcast on my 21st birthday just to see where I was at the time because I was going through a lot. And I'll definitely record my 22nd birthday podcast probably Saturday, so before it comes out on Sunday. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this topic, going all in on your goals and whatnot, and living in the present and building up yourself for the future. And yeah, just if you guys can like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you guys want to, it just helps out the algorithm. It helps me out as a content creator to get my content out to more people, and I definitely appreciate anybody that supports my content anyway, I don't ask for money, none of that stuff, just I like what I do, and if you want to subscribe, if I bring value to what you wanted to see out of this video and to my content, and if I'm bringing anybody value in general from the stuff I do, then I'm glad that I did that for you. And just let me know in the comments, anything you want to talk about, any future ideas that you guys got for videos. I think this helps a lot. So thank you guys for supporting me. I don't have too much to say, I'm kind of tired, so I'm going to get some sleep. Everybody stay safe, drink your water, and keep grinding out there and working pretty hard, Work hard for yourself and take care of yourself. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. You guys take it easy.